Ah, okay, there we go.
I needed
Now
to
I no longer hear it.
Yeah, I needed to mute it. Mega Man 5. It's got a really
This
cool
one
intro.
is special.
I'm gonna give it 2 points for the intro to start off. Because look at this thing.
Yeah, the intro is pretty nice.
I also think this is a slapper of an intro song. It hasn't kicked in yet, but here it comes.
Yeah. Proto Man!
Hell yeah. 1992, getting a little late in the NES cycle. They're at the point where they're competing with Mega Man X when this game came out.
Yeah, Mega Man X came out in 1993, so we're just 1 year removed from that other game.
They're really pushing the envelope here on the NES lifetime. So that's why you're going to see a lot of flair. The lights on the boss select look real good. I do think this boss select and intro song are good as well, so they're going to get music points for that.
That's that one thing that I don't like for this menu screen is that, I don't know, it kind of looks boring in comparison. It's just like, just see Mega Man's confused face in the middle and just stays there.
His eyes have moved in the past. They took that away.
Yep.
Bastards.
You will look at the Robot Masters in 3, then instead of having Mega Man in MM4, they just swept it with Dr. Cossack's logo, which I think was a good move because they were obviously trying to sell you in on the idea that Dr. Cossack was going to be the big villain, but yeah, after that, this menu looks a little substandard.
Where do you want to go first? Your choice.
Alright, how about Stone Man?
Okay.
That's it, however, I do like this intro, however.
Yeah, it's real cool. I'll give him points for that. So Stone Man has well, first of all, the Buster charges really fast, almost too fast, and it's really wide.
Yeah, and it's also really strong in this game. It's like, I'd say fully charged Buster in Mega Man 4 dealt about double damage. Now we have about 3 times the damage.
So the Mets dissolve into 3s, which is new. It's workable as an idea. This menu kicks ass. I'm gonna give him some points for that too. The Buster is different than before. I feel like it's too good, but it's okay for a game to be easy more than it is for it to be too hard, I think. And the Buster's definitely that. The Buster's too strong. It's really wide. Yep. They did too good with it. I'm not gonna give them bad points for making the Buster good, but I would actually tone it down some. That's what I have. And we start with Rush Coil again, so continuing that train. They don't deserve points for continuing that though at this point, so we're not going to give them anything for that. And the lives drop a lot in this game, which I hate the live system. I always have. That they give them to you left and right is good work. I don't know what the drop rate is on it exactly, but it's definitely higher than any other game. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
These bats are a little different than before, but they're not that interesting.
Yeah, but I've already got 2. Shoot. Yep, 2 lives. Remember, we've killed about like 10 enemies in the game so far.
Well, also, so the letters are secrets. They deserve some points for that. Like, that's really cool. You know, if you missed one because there's one in every stage. So it's real simple to know that you just didn't find it. In there, it was off-colored tiles. And it's a secret weapon that we'll get when we get there. And it's a good secret weapon. It's better than Wire was. It's not better than Bloom, though.
Yeah, it's not a means of transportation that we're getting. It's a weapon.
Boulder Tossing Man is a great robot. There he is.
Yeah, he appears in different variants in this game. Some of them will just chuck balls at you.
I don't really care about the Metroid Bomb thing. I'm not going to give it points. It's dumb. Oh. The level so far is just as fair as it gets. I like it so far. It looks nice. It's just good. It's just a
Yeah,
fine stage.
the only problem is that I don't really feel that they stick with the team all that much. It's just, alright, now here's a mountain level with mouse.
There's mice everywhere.
I guess. But I still will expect to see more bats, like, I don't know, in a forest level or something, but...
This game charges, slides really well. It controls really well. We're at the point where the controls are fine-tuned. 6 also controls really well.
Yeah, then we have these enemies which are just kinda there.
They're not unfair. I think if you're gonna do this kind of enemy, they're okay, and the Buster goes right through them. I don't think that's intentional, but it does. Because it's too strong.
Yeah, I think it just goes through them because they're weak enough for that.
It goes through them because I can put my arm past the shield. And if I do it just right, I can blast them. They have such low health that I don't hate them as enemies. They die in 2 regular shots.
Yep.
So that's good.
Which is fair. And unlike the cannons from Mega Man 4, they don't have a high amount of invulnerability frames.
I remember telling a guy on GameFAQs how to get this, and he was really excited to find out. I do think that the annoying way they did Rush Coil will throw people off, but it's not bad. You get the double jump off of him, but if you don't jump, it's really confusing after coming from the other games. That's not bad, but it's different and it's weird.
Yep. But it will be the only Mega Man game with Rush Coil in it that will end up doing that. After that, we just went back to plain old regular Rush Coil.
Oh, piss.
Back!
I'll take that death. I could have just gone left a little bit further, I guess. There's good checkpoints in this, too, so that's good work. And the E-Tank being there is good, too.
Yeah, I mean, the levels are not too long in this.
It takes about 20 minutes for a fast player to get rid of the bosses. The Robot Masters. I'm whatever about this section here. It's loaded with annoying enemies.
But hey, at least they're harmless.
They are pretty harmless. These things are cool. I don't know if I get any
platform
for that yet.
It's like any kind of thing that just ends up giving Mega Man custom sprites is always cool in my books.
I'm gonna skip that E-Tank. I usually get it, but I usually have Rush Jet to make it less annoying to get.
Yeah, either that or another item. At this point, I say we probably should do that level next.
Eddie's back. Here's a power-up secret again, so that's always nice. And Eddie being here is good. That they continue to use him is good. They're gonna not do that much longer. Eddie's gonna disappear. I got my life back. What do you know? What are the odds?
Yep.
Really simple section there. Just very generic area. The boss fights in this game are hit or miss. There's not really any terrible ones.
Yeah, but I'd say on the flip side, there's also not really any ones which are say, wow, this is great.
I like Crystal Man with the Buster.
It's like, I don't know, I don't like this boss. It just...
He has too much
his weapon sucks, and finally all that he does is jump around like a big dopey gorilla.
Yeah, does he stun you? No, he doesn't. He just shakes.
No,
okay.
he doesn't. He does absolutely nothing. Essentially, whenever he collapses into rubble, that's just time being wasted.
He's not using Power Stone as much as you would expect. Hey.
Yeah, I think he knows his own weapon sucks.
Snowman's pretty lame.
It's like, even if he used like a Power Stone every time after he collapses, I still say this boss fight will be very easy.
Here comes some flare points because our weapon gets green whips ass in this.
Yeah, that said, I think I'd give this one a slapping song point.
All right. Oh, did not want to do that. Do we have exit?
Yeah. Nope, we don't.
Damn, we still don't have that crap.
Nope,
Pain in the
we
ass.
will have to wait until Mega Man X5, Mega Man X.
Really? Well, I think that's
Yep.
annoying, so I'm gonna give him a bad idea for continuing to not figure that out.
Yeah, I guess they gave you a continue option in case you wanted to go back in order to get the letters, but
What's your
still
stage
bad
choice?
that you cannot leave.
You got a new boss for me to fight here?
Alright, let's go with Starman. I think this is definitely the one that will enhance the quality of the overall game.
Starman.
Doesn't look quite like a star, but he will take it.
We have low gravity, maybe for the first time, aside from being underwater, that we've had this kind of thing.
Yeah, sounds about right.
The Buster I couldn't actually life again. The Buster does so much damage that it really makes this a way easier stage if you bother to use it. If you don't, you might have a hard time. I do like this stage, and I do like the low gravity, but the spikes everywhere is going to be something I'm going to complain about right now. I don't like it. It's not been too terrible yet, but the stage is neat, and the gravity's neat, but... here's
Yeah,
where
I mean,
it's
it
gonna
looks
get nasty.
good at the very least. This is a good-looking level.
Yeah.
And I'd say an overall a good-looking stage.
I hate this part.
Well, not stage, but I mean game.
The Mets wearing astronaut suits get some flair for me. If they're gonna just use that as like the baseline enemy for Mega Man, that jump right there scares me even now as a speedrunner. I know that I could mess that up if I let go less than a second too early here, so it's dumb. These are dumb too. I don't like them, but just because I don't like them doesn't mean that they deserve down points. I just am annoyed by them, and that's probably a good thing sometimes. You can shoot through the wall.
Yeah, which is something that, weirdly enough, the later X game do not allow you to do, and this is a big pet peeve of mine.
What do you think of the walking bot?
I mean, Walking Bot definitely looks cool. I can't say I'm a big fan of fighting him, but at least he looks cool.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of torn on him.
I'll give him some points for that. He takes 5. Here's the annoying pit guys, but in this stage they are useless unless you're already going to die, in which case they might even save you with the eye damage.
Yeah, because they go off the ground so fast that they might end up catching you off as you're starting the jump, so you might end up landing back on the platform. So while I'm not a big fan of the enemy coming out of the pit in order to surprise you gimmick, this is probably the game where it's the least hurtful.
Power Stone's so bad that it's useless on its boss, so I'll use it on Starman here, but just for a little bit, and I'll show you how much it sucks. Since it's bad on his boss too, I gave it double bad. It's just bad. It doesn't do anything good in this game, so Power Stone is an original, unique piece of junk. Here it is.
Yep. Hey, at the very least, you still managed to hit the boss, though.
Yeah. Starman's okay as a boss. He's a shield boss. He's the one you generally would start with. Because the low gravity's fun, and you can shoot through his shield with the Buster if you want to. It's really easy to shoot through his shield. But even if you don't, you're probably going to kick his ass. With
Yeah,
some...
the Buster in this game will make short work of him.
I
Let's
think
wait
he,
for him to shoot his shield, and there we go.
I think he's an alright first boss fight. He's just not that dangerous.
Yeah, I'd say this is kind of a common theme with most of the bosses in this game. Not dangerous. But one thing which kind of peeves me onto this one fight, it's the fact that you're on low gravity, but for some reason, Starman does not have low gravity, just has normal gravity.
It's good for you to have that jump, though. That makes him a way more dodgeable fight. And because you have the Charge Buster and it's so strong, it makes up for him having any kind of immunity, which he doesn't necessarily have, but he tries to have it, and he sort of does. So I think he's a fine, good fight. And I like that you have low gravity in his arena, because when he's running at you, you can just jump over him.
Yeah, it's like I was starting to think maybe the boss should have had low gravity too, but then I'm thinking, okay, maybe it will be too easy then.
Star Crash is just another shield weapon. It's good this time, so we'll give him a good point. The Super Arrow gets double originality and 2 good points. Because it kicks ass. It's a game-defining little thing. Where are we going?
Alright, which level will be good for using Super Arrow?
All of them.
Alright, let's go.
All of them are good for it.
Alright, I say let's go to a Gyro, man. Let's get a Gyro.
I had trouble with him last time I fought him.
Yeah, I mean, with the Buster, he's one probably of the good fights of the game. Although with his weakness, he's kind of a big chump, but we'll save that for another time because right now we don't have the weakness.
Haven't heard any slappers yet beyond the intro music and stuff, and I think this song
Yeah,
might be
the
one of them.
overall game music, however, is kind of meh in this game.
Cool, I thought I had low gravity for a second. Oops.
Nope,
Gotta back off. Okay,
you're
so
high
this
up in the sky.
Star Crash is this, and you can shoot it if you want to. You can only shoot it forwards. It's a little expensive, but it's alright for its jobs. Super Arrow is dangerous here, but under normal circumstances, when it's not bouncing off of shields, which is a neat little physics thing that they did, painful as it was for me there, it does bounce off of things. You can use it to fly around the arena and just skip content. It's like Rush Jet on turbo.
Yeah, but however, it does come with its drawback, and it's the fact that Super Arrow will use a lot of energy.
If it's traveling, it uses energy. Otherwise, it doesn't use that much. But if you're riding it, and of course you are, it uses quite a bit. It's hard to use. It's an advanced tool for sure. Trying to use it is where most of the deaths for me come from. Trying to use it for fancy stuff like I just did there, which I didn't even do right, but I didn't die, so that works. This stage so far is really annoying. I don't care for it very much. I think it's like most air stages. It looks nice. There's flare, but I think it's just full of pits and garbage.
Wait, this is the only game where gravity is stored in the memory? Okay. Alright. At this point, you should have made up like a 1-up counter for this game. I think we're already up to like 8.
Jumping guy here is as bad as any jumping guy ever is, but I feel like he's really easy to dodge in here. You disagree with that, you said?
He just has a really high jump, essentially. That's the press monster of this game. Pretty much every Mega Man game has one of those, but yeah, this one is alright.
The reason I think he's fair is because you'll notice he pauses when he's going to stomp, which that helps a lot with dodging him. He does a ton of damage though, as you can see, like a ridiculous amount of damage.
Yeah, he's probably gonna kill you like in 4 stomps.
I think these things are cool. Obstacles.
Yeah. Oh yeah, another life.
Yeah. Okay, so our letter, and you'll see a lot of the letters. This one's really hard to get without dying. I almost pulled it off.
As proven here.
I was really close. I didn't think I'd make it, so I didn't hold jump, and I would have made it if I held jump. If I had
But
Super
hey, at
Arrow.
least the checkpoint is here, so
Star Crash here, or even Power Stone, which this is what Power Stone is actually good for, is killing enemies like him. It's pretty likely, not guaranteed, but pretty likely that it will actually do it. If you know the trajectory of it.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 change. Or chance.
I hate elevator sections. This one's pretty easy, but it still sucks, and it's got instant death in it. It's dumb.
Yeah, this section is kind of in the way, and it slows down the level a bunch, I'd say.
I think it's double bad elevator. That's probably a bit mean, but still, the instant death in it. The bullets are blocking my Power Stones. Hey. Yeah.
Can we just remove a point of Power Stone just because of that?
I think the physics being in the game the way they are is neat. Things being blocked like that. Super Arrow was blocked too. That's interesting that they bothered to do that. So I'm actually going to give them originality for... I think it's the first time I've seen physics like that on ammo and
I didn't
stuff.
even know that was possible.
Super Arrow bouncing off of shields. Power Stone reflected by bullets. Gyro Man is dangerous. I'll have a hard time with him. He's a really hard boss to not use his weakness on.
Yep, contrary to his namesake, he's not gonna make you a sandwich.
So Super Crash does, or Star Crash does delete bullets as well. What he does is he wants you to dodge his projectile, which will follow you, and then he tries to jump on your head, which I feel like is pretty unfair, and so is his damage. He looks neat, but man, he's hard. He'll take a lot of damage from a Charge Buster shot, but you're actually gonna have to learn how to dodge him to win.
Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry, we're not fighting Hard Man. We're fighting Gyro Man.
If you give him a lot of space, this boss is a lot easier. He's just a
but
dodge.
if you stay close to him, however, then you're gonna die.
The one thing I don't like about him is that he tries to land on you, and I feel like with the clouds, that's silly.
Now, I think the clouds here were just like some way in order to just make it so that they will not have to animate or show him moving sideways. So essentially the boss just teleports on top of where you are.
Well, a good-looking stage, though I did not like the stage itself. And the boss, I marked as a good fight. Gyro's weapon, I love. I'm gonna give it 2 good points. I know you might not use
Rush Jet.
Yeah, Rush Jet, of course, still here, still good. It's good in this game too. It's not as good as it was in 3 or whatever, but it's still pretty solid.
Yeah, he'll never be as good as 3 ever again. The developers learned their lesson.
You gotta move.
Alright, now with Gyro, what can we do? Alright, with the powers of Gyro, we fight Napalm.
Alright.
Just an overall, this is a weapon. Napalm Man kinda has a weapon that I like a whole bunch, even though I think yeah, these tigers, however, are gonna fuck you up big time.
They're extremely weak to the Buster.
Yep. Fully Charged Buster will kill them in 1 hit.
It's deceptive how usually the Buster is just 3 damage, but in this game it's like 5. So I'm pretty sure these tigers have 5 HP, and that's why. 4 or 5, yeah. So they're neat looking tigers, and they're an alright enemy because they're weak to the full Charge Buster. But if you don't charge it all the way up, they're just gonna get you, and they're gonna get you good if you miss. It's really easy to get them though with the full Charge Buster. There's some Mets on a cannon. They still have their immortality while they're in Met form, so that's pretty neat. I feel like they're fine. These things, I'm pretty sure, are instant death, which is stupid.
Yeah.
I don't like that there's instant death there. That being said, they're really easy to destroy, and you can even jump on them if you would like to.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they had something. They had something in mind for that one portion, but then they were like, nah, this is too dumb. We're gonna scrap it, and we're gonna make you shoot these things.
That was a for real death there because I did not shoot the extra shot that I needed to get rid of those while I was charging forward as fast as I could. Let's use Gyro's weapon.
Oh yeah, also with that said, I really like the palm trees in this level. They look really nice.
So this is this weapon. You can aim it up and down like he was.
Yeah, but that tiger is too damn agile.
He is pretty agile. But as you can see, I have plenty of ammo for this thing, so it's much better than the other weapon that we have, Power Stone.
Yeah, I'd say ammo consumption in this game, for the most part, works pretty well. I'd say almost every weapon in this game, I'd say, only uses like 1 unit of your weapon bar, except maybe like 2 of them, I'd say. Probably like Star Barrier as well, then Gravity Hold.
Really easy E-Tank to get, so...
Yeah, just like,
thanks for that.
Come on.
Sure, whatever. This stage, this is Toadman's thing again, and it's less annoying than before. And Sniper Joe on the chopper is also pretty neat. We saw those things, and I already gave him a flare point earlier, so all of this is fine. The crawling enemies we saw already. Power Stone is actually going to be good against those, theoretically.
Yeah, theoretically, because of course they're kind of small targets, so they can just get around the Power Stone arc.
The thing about Power Stone is it does have an arc to it that is predictable, so if you know where it's going to go, you can use it to hit things.
Oh my god, look at these double kills with Power Stone. Now we're cooking with gas.
Sniper Joe looks really cool there. Alright, thank you, Eddie. Yeah, not live.
Yes, another live. Alright, at this point, let's check out how many... Wait, only 7?
I died a
That
couple
doesn't
times.
feel right.
This thing, have we seen him before? I feel like he's familiar.
He's new. As far as I know, this is kind of a new concept for this game. They kind of feel in a way like the big dopey head guys in Mega Man 3 that shot homing missiles, but these ones don't move, and finally they can only be shot in the head.
I feel like that was a good introduction to them.
Yeah, first of all, you fight them with no obstacles, then you fight them with more limited space. Also, I'm not sure what I should say, however, about the leather that is just a complete gimme.
As usual, Stompy guys have too much HP. They do have weaknesses though, so if you have Gyro, you can use it on him. We'll use it next time. He's weak to it for some reason. I don't like this. I think it's unfair. This is my first unfair point that we've seen. That spike on the edge is too much for me to call.
I don't know.
It's bad.
I'd say you can probably dodge all of this if you just hold left.
It's because if you slide, you might be dead. And
Yeah,
I think
if you
that's dumb.
slide.
Why is it there? Why does it even have to be there? Like, just don't put it there. How about that? I think it's unfair.
Yeah.
But the real unfairness comes... Well, he's bad. He shouldn't be reaching that far. But I do like him. He's the rock guy again. These things, though, here's your double unfair. The rest of the level's just this. Fuck these things. This time they are a threat. If you jump, you're gonna die. They might knock you back.
Yeah, you might get knocked back into... Yeah, there we go. Actually, you don't die. You just take damage here.
Oh, cool. In this case, we'll just give them one unfair point. But up here, though, where they continue to exist,
Yep.
they don't kill you instantly, so you're right. I do have to just give them the 1 for putting those back
Yeah.
in. I hate them.
Yeah, they're just a bad idea, but they're not unfair.
Napalm Man is... If you're far away, he'll shoot missiles that you can jump easily or duck under. If you're close to him, he'll fire grenades. That's all he does. And he moves. If you know that that's what he's doing, this is very simple. But he's not terrible. He's just another easy
He's
boss.
alright. Yeah, he's easy, but he's not overwhelmingly easy or something. You still need to know his pattern or the way his AI works in order to do well against him.
I feel like if you are trying to distance him, you might have a hard time dodging the 3 shots that he fires. Versus grenades,
Yeah.
which are way easier to handle. And that happens to be the weapon we get off of him.
Yep. Not the most practical weapon, I'd say, but they're pretty good for damage.
Oh, they have their uses. So they're going to be a weapon that we just drop downwards. I'm going to give them a good rating, the napalm bombs. I use them too. Where do you want to go?
Alright, I guess it is time for Crystal.
Crystal Man stage stinks.
Yep. Yeah, it sucks in a lot of ways.
There's a stage.
So bad it's giving me the
It's
hiccups.
a neat looking stage. I have a point for that right away. I actually think it's a very attractive stage, and I'm going to give it another point. Just for being so nice looking and having a neat effect.
Yeah, I mean, for NES standards, this is pretty nice looking.
These things will punish you if you kill the bottom instead of the orb, which I think is cool. It reminds me of like the Tin Can guys from Mega Man 2, but what else? A couple enemies like that have shown up before.
Yeah.
These things are weird. I don't care about them.
Yeah, they're kind of there.
The easy way through this is the super arrow. This sucks. I hate this area. It's not... Like, this is triple unfair for me. This is really bad. There are ways through it without dying. The timing on it just doesn't make sense, so you have to just...
Yeah, it's random.
There's a big
Like, there's no...
pause, but you... It's hard to read, and... There was like 5 crystals in a row there. Like, I hate it. I just hate it. It's all instant death. If you get hit by any of these, you're probably done. Yeah, you sure are.
Yep.
So,
Case in point.
triple unfair there is accurate. The easy way through is this. The easy way, in air quotes, because even this isn't very safe. Star Crash will block one of those. Thanks for the life. These guys are weak to gyro. Many things are, but they're just Sniper Joe skeletons. I feel like we saw them in 4. Except they didn't shoot crystals then. This is me dying for real.
You almost survived.
I should have gone right faster. I think the skeletons are cool.
To be fair, did you really think or expect that you were gonna survive here? I'm sorry, but that generally never happens.
The checkpoint sends you back to the start, so you do have to do both of those shitty sections at once. And I gave him a bad point for that. So let's skip it this time with our new tech.
But wait, will Super Arrow work well for this?
Yeah.
I guess so. All right.
Because of the way they spawn, if you just gun it, you can generally make it through there like that. And you can't gun it faster than with Super Arrow. So we have these Skelly boys. I'm trying to do this without Star Crash in case this is the first stage you pick, and you know that's the ultimate crime. And Mega Man is to pick this stage or Elect Man first. These are 2 of the worst in the original series to pick. They're the gotchas.
Yeah. Also, these jumps are way worse because of the way that they force you to jump upward. So that means you have extra time in order to be shot by the crystal and die.
I don't like that dude there. I feel like that's... I feel like it is unfair, actually. It's just another one. Like, this guy will get you if you don't kill him first, then you get unlucky. You fall on the spikes, you probably die. I do think he's a neat little scrub bot, though.
Yeah, it's a rude introduction to this enemy.
Yeah, so that's unfair point. And with that, we're almost done with unfair points. These things...
Yeah, with that said, there's still one unfair point that I will give this level for sure.
These things are back and they're still good, but they're the same enemy from 4, so whatever.
Yep. I think I said that back in Mega Man 4, but yeah, we'll see these in literally every Mega Man game until the end.
Nothing wrong with that drop.
This one is okay.
This game is about to introduce something amazing. The M-Tank. Full heal for everything.
Yeah, this was so good that, hey, somehow we had to wait, I'd say, until Mega Man 9 for them to come back.
The M-Tank has more to it than it seems like. So, the M-Tank is... It's a full everything. That's what it is. I don't know why it has a counter on it, because you can only ever have one. If you have it on hand, then the other ones that are in-game do not spawn. So we're gonna go ahead and use that just to see where the other ones are, but hell yeah, this thing rules. Good work. Double original. Well, one original, but double good. It's such a good thing.
Double good work.
It deserves that second good point just because they made sure that you couldn't stack these and make the game a breeze. They give you a bunch of E-tanks for that. They don't give you 2 M-tanks. You do not get that much of a win. They only give you 1, and they give you them at really good places. And each time they do that, I'm gonna give them a good point for considering to give me another M-tank. So this place sucks. This is dumb. Where that letter is dumb.
I'm sorry I'm giving 2 unfair points for this. One for potentially dropping into the spikes without knowing what the hell is happening, and another one for the shitty letter placement.
Because the letter's optional, I'm just gonna give it a bad point for that. But I mean,
yeah, I guess
the unfair part is definitely instant death. Falling down is stupid. This guy at the end, being where he is, sucks. Easy as he is to get by. I never enjoy Jumpman's guarding exits. Crystal Man, though, is one of my favorite Mega Man fights in the series. So he's weak to gyro. I'll do that first, just to show off how good he is against this. He jumps and stands still, making it really easy for me to line up. Like, it's just a great weapon to use on him anyway, because he stands still in the air like he does. It's one of the ones that can get him while he's pissing around up there, and he's dead. So, really nice weapon there. Gyro deserves another good mark just for being so good against the boss that's weak to. I'm gonna go ahead and take him out with the Buster, though.
Because then at least we'll get to, you know, maybe struggle a bit.
Yeah, this is an interesting bunch of jumping that you must do really well to dodge all this nonsense, and I think it's neat. It is all evadable if you're good enough at it, and he does shoot another shot along with it. But look what I have to do. Look at these mechanics coming in to dodge all that nonsense. Really tough jumps, and I think he's a good hard boss. He's one of the hardest ones. but he's not unbeatable. You can really drain his health fast with Charge Shot because Mega Shot is still just great. So
Yep.
I think Crystalman
if-
actually, since I like him so much, and I think he's a very involved fight, is 2 on the goods.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the rare fights of Mega Man 5 with the Buster that I'd say is, probably difficult.
Well, the other thing is they give you an M tank, which you'll definitely be able to reach, and an E tank on the way in. You're gonna get the M tank at least if you bother at all, and you're gonna win with that, probably, without his weakness. Crystal Eye is a very interesting weapon too. We didn't use Napalm very much yet, but where are we going next? We got 3 stages.
Alright, let's say... Alright, Gravity Man.
Here's where the good marks come in. This is one of the most original stages there is. It's really cool looking. So here's 2 flare points for that stage design. This dude, he's nothing special yet, but we'll get to it. The Pez dispenser, you can shoot the Pez for pickups. That doesn't come into play here, obviously, but that's original and cool. I'm gonna give him a good point for that as well. Let's go down. So here it is. Stretchy guys. And the turrets and us have gravity on them. Now the stretchy guys are neat. I think they're fine enemies. The turrets moving with gravity is great. Gravity, in general, is just +3 originality for me. I love it. And it's done really well, like tremendously well. So here's 2 more points on good work. For an entire stage, just this is the stage that you want to sell Mega Man 5 on. Just this whole stage should be your demo, nothing else. It's just this. Because it rules. And there's a puzzle 1-up down there. Can we figure it out?
I mean, is that really a puzzle, though?
It is, because what you do is you hold down on the ladder because controls are flipped.
Oh.
So I think that's amazing. I just love it. I love all the ideas that are in this stage.
Yep.
You can
I
slide.
love pushing down 5 stars.
Yeah, that's right. Flipping the controls with it, and where they force you to use slide, and they make sure that you know the controls are flipped. They do it a bunch.
That said, however, I don't know why, but it just feels like that something is wrong with, like, the bluish background. It just doesn't seem to scroll along with the rest of the screen.
Lots of, I don't know why, but just lots of energy pickups are littered in this stage.
Yeah.
I usually
it's not
use
as if...
the arrow here, just to jump over a push guy, but we're just skipping a bunch of turrets. Here's Napalm Bomb, by the way. It's incredibly spammable. It's got 3 out at once, which doesn't drain its ammo capacity very much at all, and there's no iframes really in this game, so here's this tough guy who takes 1,000,000 damage. Not against these. It's a great weapon. So, props to Napalm Bombs. Good work on that one. And Crystal Shot also is good. Both of those are pretty unique weapons, too. Crystal Eye shoots a huge orb. If it hits anything, it breaks. It breaks if it hits the wall. That's how it works. The problem with it, that kind of sucks, is you cannot fire another one while it's breaking around. Just like Gemini Laser. Thank you.
With that said, however, I like this letter. I'd say this is how you do an optional pickup, like, right.
Yep. There's this
Thank you.
hazard. I wanted to show that off. You can die
Yep.
on this. But yeah, I think that's a well done one. It's good work.
Yeah, the bottomless ceiling.
Again, they're just getting a ton of points for the mechanic. I just love it. It's not been done before, and it's great. They try and do it later, and they never get this as well as they... I've played all of them, all 11, and they never do this as well as it's been done here again.
Yeah, I'd say, while I don't like
Adford,
a
here's
bunch
unfair.
of this... Yep.
There is one unfair piece of crap in here, and here it is. Right in front of the boss, they're gonna kill you and send you halfway back to level for some reason. They ruined Gravity Man's great stage that I've been praising this whole time. He's weak to Starman's thing, and it's pretty good against him. It's a little weird, but I wouldn't say it's great against him, so I'm not gonna give him a point. It's because his shot also breaks the shield. But this is just a game of him jumping, flipping gravity, and shooting at you. So let's do it without Star Crash and see how it goes. Because you have time, you're gonna charge shot him. Like, that's just the way it feels like it was designed, around you charge shotting him every time you get the opportunity. And trying to time it. And I feel like it's a neat little... It's almost a mini-boss fight instead of a boss fight, except for how much damage he does. I think he's a good boss.
Yeah, and this is one of those boss that, just in case you haven't picked up on it, hey, the Buster is good, you should use it.
It just syncs up so well with, you can't hit him right now, why don't you charge your shot? It's what Mega Man 4 was doing a lot. It's good.
Yep.
It's a good idea.
And now, Gravity Hole. This one is pretty nice.
I played the other 4 Mega Mans, and none of them did gravity flipping that I remember. But other games in general surely did. Metal Storm definitely did. And Metal Storm didn't do it as well as it's done here, though. Metal Storm had some interesting gimmicks with it. Where to?
Alright, Chargeman.
Chargeman. He looks like a Powerpuff villain.
Yeah.
It's just his face. Chargeman is a train.
Yet warning, he's not actually here in order to make sure to max out your credit card.
So, Gravity Hold is an interesting weapon. The way it works is... I do like that Met Bomber, I'm gonna give him a flare point for him, but the way it works is it just wipes the screen for damage. It does gravity damage. It's very expensive, unfortunately, but it will screen clear, and it's obviously very good at it if they're trash. If they're not, though, it takes more than one
or if
press.
they're just invulnerable.
There is no invulnerable enemy to this thing. I think even the invulnerable Mets, I'm not sure, but I'll check later. It's a good weapon. And what it does, if it can't suck them away, is it does gravity damage. And once you've done enough gravity damage, then it will suck them away. So even the strong push boy who jumps on you, even he will get sucked away eventually. We're on a huge-ass train, and that's cool as hell, so here's some flare points for that.
Yeah. Good old scrolling effect.
The train Met is also interesting, and he forces you to duck because his height on his bullet is as high as you. I think it's kind of annoying, though. I hesitate to call it good.
Well, at the very least, it keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, I think you get hit by it a couple times.
Yeah, but I'd say in overall, he's still a fair enemy, more so considering that he only takes one hit to kill.
This thing, of course, is getting some points. I love him.
I love this chicken because then I can spend all my day murdering chickens.
I did not have enough gravity power to send it away.
Alright, you know what needs to be done?
What? That?
I thought you were going to kill more BBs in order to suck the mother away.
More robo eggs?
Yeah, that said, these ones are jumpy.
They are. I feel like they're doing a good job introducing these animals in the stage.
Yeah, I'd say also in this one context, the animals and everything definitely makes sense. I like it.
We already pre-loaded the bad point for the Power Stone here. It is the weakness here, and it's almost... I mean, unless you use a glitch, it actually is better to use the Buster here. This is a free one, if you just jump right. But you're supposed to use Rush Coil, but they just put it too low, so whatever. It's fine. I get what they're going for, but it's definitely boring. I have no idea why there's spikes here. I don't think you can do anything here. Let me check.
Yeah, also for some reason, the screen also stops scrolling here.
Yeah, this is, nothing. So, whatever.
Okay. So I guess the train just did a random stop here, because in this screen, the gravity also does not work.
So Rush Coil in this game
the gravity, the scrolling.
Yeah, Rush Coil is what, the double jump, and Jet is what it was in 4. It's exactly the same as that, right?
Yeah. It's like every Rush Coil until the end of time and everything will just follow in the lead of 4s.
I think they deserve another point of flair for this level because it's fine. It was a good stage, all told.
Yeah, and overall,
it's full of health
I'd
pickup
say
too.
some of the levels don't stick very well to their theme, but this one definitely does a good job at it.
This boss sucks though, I'm giving him double bad. He's invulnerable too much, and he's just awful to fight. I hate him.
Yeah.
I haven't really heard any good music. There will be more music in the future, but I haven't actually enjoyed that much the music from these bosses. So he just charges you without much warning. Does a ton of damage.
But yeah, I'd say in overall, the music of this game is probably like one of its weakest points. I'd say this is probably like one of the worst boss fight songs that the series ended up having. It just, I don't know, it takes too long to get started and it doesn't really convey any kind of urgency. It feels too chill.
I feel like the music in stages is passably good, but I don't care that much about it. It's alright. I don't think any of it slaps. So the glitch I'm talking about is your standard pause thing. It gets rid of the projectiles on Power Stone, which lets you shoot it again. Because the real problem with Power Stone is that you can only shoot it once. If they would have just let you shoot it until it was out instead of that, and you know, lag the NES, then it would actually be a good weapon.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that they had to do that because otherwise the NES could not have handled it at all.
If they would have just let you use 2 at once, I think it would be a weapon that I would call decent. But since it's not that.
But even 2 at a time, I'd say there either will be a lot of flickering on the screen or it will slow the game down to molasses.
Charge kick is strange. It's so strange that I gotta give it a bad point and a good point.
I'd say originality point, but bad point.
Yep.
It's a unique weapon, but not a one that I particularly care for.
I'll show you why I'm giving it a good point right here at the start of the stage, which is a pretty annoying stage. Charge kick, when you first try it, you might not even know what the hell it is. Well, it's a slide power-up. So, it has iframes on it for some reason, and that's why it gets a good point. That's pretty neat to have an iframe on demand. I think it's on demand. Yeah, it's just pure iframe. You can go through anything with it. As long as you're charge kicking. So there's your good point on it. This stage is okay. There's an extra life.
Yeah, that said, I don't care for all of these steam jets that there are.
Yeah, you gotta wait a lot. I
mean, we don't have to, but that's only because we got the right weapon.
Yep. This section is dumb. So this
But apparently the section was so good that they reused it in Mega Man 9.
If you don't come over here, you'll die, which is... I think you'll die. Let me see.
Nah, you have some time to hop off.
Okay, yeah, we'll just give it a bad point for wasting time.
Yep. But even then, you'd have to jump off quick.
This section up here is pretty cool, though. We'll give them some points for this weird shmup section. It works. It's workable. They took our Buster away. They created a bunch of unique enemies for this area. We have Sniper Joe on the coaster.
Yeah, first they were on copters, now they're on jet skis.
And dolphins.
Yeah, dolphins are difficult, but I still think the idea for a dolphin as an enemy is still neat.
And we have a mini-boss too, which is a pretty decent little mini-boss to fight.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. Doesn't do enough damage to be a threat. Looks pretty good. This section I would say is just a little too long. Our letter is at the end of it.
Yeah, unfortunately the letter into this one section kind of comes with no warning, so you gotta think fast.
Yep. You're getting used to jumping because Sniper Joe keeps coming behind you, which is irritating that he does that. So you're spending a lot of time in the air, and if you're in the air at the wrong time, you won't get the letter.
But I know there's not gonna be like... yeah, there we go. At least there's no Skidoo Joe or Sea-Doo Joes around letter time, but yeah.
And that's it. They really enjoy the guarding boss door, but in this case it gives you stuff back, so whatever. Dive Man is difficult without charge kick. Charge kick is usable because you can attack him through his thing, and and his water blocks your shot, so he hits really hard, which is why I struggle with him. But is his water predictable?
Yeah, I think his water will try and anticipate where you're going to be. Oh, okay, or
like
maybe not.
He thinks
So,
he
yeah,
knows
simple.
where we're going.
Yeah, simple pattern, but it can still be difficult to deal with. It's like, it's all about good timing.
I think he's okay. He's not my favorite boss, but he's alright. Better than Charge, man. The music up to this point I haven't hated or loved. We're about to find one that I love though.
Yep.
Hell yeah, Brickman.
Yeah, Proto Man face.
He's got this badass castle. I gotta give him a point or two for that.
Like, why did they even bother making the... Oh, that's right, I probably should not reveal the plot twist.
Here, this song's a jammer.
Yep. Yeah, I see the slapping song counter has already been incremented accordingly.
That's right. This is my favorite song in this game, easily. We got the tigers back. We have a lot of tools at our disposal to get rid of all this garbage. These tigers hit hard. They're dangerous, but it's not too bad. I feel like the stage looks nice, and it's been good up till this point. I don't care for this much, but it's not that bad. That jump's a little tough, but it's not that bad. You do have to use Rush here, which I never enjoy. If I want that, I can go get it.
Yeah, you use Rush, now just replenish it, I guess.
Yeah. That they're willing to give me HP and stuff is good. You're not going to run out of energy in this. Obviously, Rush Jet this time, which is annoying. We did get beat. That's the reward for our letters. You can take the upper path and get bombed on, or we can slide below and dodge all that and get hit by that, which I think is dumb. But whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know why that thing has to be there. Oh,
yeah, the big illusion of choice.
Oh, we have Water Wave too. So have I not used any of these weapons? Let me see. It's just Water Wave now and Beat.
Yeah, Water Wave is the only one we haven't used, and even then, we'll get to use it at some point.
This is like the snakes from 3, but way better. Just way more lethal. They don't go up walls though. That's the downside of it. You don't really need that in this game. That's where the snakes would be better. They just do. It just does a ton of damage. If something's on the ground, you have napalm bombs and Water Wave to deal with it, and they both kick its ass. So you have some choice there. Here's where
So
you
I
get
just
some
like that
unfair and bad.
Yep. So yeah, what a beautiful time to introduce Yoku blocks over spikes.
Yeah. It's not particularly nasty, but it's not great. Because if you just... Yeah, I died because I didn't jump in time, so we'll give it a death, and... I don't like it. I just don't like where it's at. It's a double bad and one unfair with the stupid spikes. But the checkpoint's right here. And we have 1,000,000 lives. I think we're capped out, yeah, so...
Yep.
That's the light side of things, that we're dealing with this trash. In Wily 1, essentially, and... Here we go. The thing about these Yoku blocks is they rotate every 2, like usual, so you could just rush coil and skip all this, of course. That works just fine. You have that option. And you know, when you watch this, as confusing as it looks, that these blocks will disappear after 2, so that makes it a lot easier. They're not the worst Yoku blocks in the series.
Yeah, but they still suck.
These things are strange.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if they actively try to attack you. They just circle you.
They're interesting. I'll give them a flag
What?
point for this. They will get you if you slide too much, but that's it.
Yeah, even then, they don't really have a chance to show off anything, so, yeah.
Here's this boss. He's a dumb boss. The way he works is he gets faster when he's taking damage. So right now he's almost undodgeable because I'm just not hitting him hard enough. Now that he's full speed, I can jump over him. These bosses are all the same model, more or less. Not exactly, but the same tank contraption in different walking gear stuff. That's my bad.
Oh!
But I'll give him an originality point. I don't like the boss. He's dumb, so
Yeah.
he's weak to water. Just happens to be.
Like, I'd say the issue that I have with this one boss, well, I don't... Just like, I don't know, it's probably just going to be more apparent flow whenever we'll see the other bosses in there.
The other bosses I actually like the other two. This one's the one I think is stupid. And you can see I'm struggling a lot with dodging his nonsense, even knowing his weakness and knowing how to deal with him. He's just getting me because all he does is walks at you. It sucks.
I don't know. To me, it's kind of a boring boss. I mean, after Dr. Cossack's castle, where we had the giant mutt robot with a drill, now we just have a generic robot on threads.
Yeah. I think I'm going to give him another bad point for being so boring on top of being a bad fight. Here's a choice. Left or right?
Alright.
What do you think?
How about right?
Right is incorrect, but I think you can get that M-Tank if you want to. And then, you know what? There it is, in case you didn't have one from earlier, and a new player might have used that by now. You'll probably figure out how to get that, right? You're gonna come to the left side and be like, yo, I want that M-Tank. You come over here. You certainly have the tools to get it, so good work. That's nice. M-Tank acquired. And of course that's a full everything. We'll use it again so that we can spot every one of these in the game. Every time that they give us a full restore. I mean, you gotta consider that some of the other games up to this point, we were out of weapon energy already. Like, we just didn't have enough to get through these freaking castles. There's no endurance garbage going on here. It's just, here's a full everything. Have a good time.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could also die to refill everything, but considering that this game throws millions of one-ups in your way,
I want to see if he's able to be killed by gravity damage while immortal. You're right, he isn't. So he has to be vulnerable to be hit by that. This part sucks ass.
Yep.
Was gonna give him originality, but here comes 2 unfair points and a bad for what's coming up here. Those spikes are unfair as hell. They're across the whole ceiling. We're on treadmills, it's jumping across pits, and things are dropping bombs on us, and none of that is cool. Not a big fan at all of what's going on here.
That will definitely be one of those points where gravity hold is a must.
You can slide under these, so that's how you dodge here. More ammo for me.
Yep, the question is... yeah.
Hard to get to. Gonna have to use jet.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess you need rushed coil. Or rushed jet.
Bad dog. Let's get that gravity back
Of course, it's really easy to pick up that thing by accident, so...
I mean, here's the Pez dispenser, so... Provided I could actually shoot these correctly, there's a full heal right here on everything, if we want it. If we want to sit here and grind. Anyway. Interesting thing here. E-Tank, optional E-Tank. But it's kind of weird.
Optional energy.
I feel like there shouldn't be instant death here. It's dumb. It should just be a wall.
Yeah, I guess they just wanted to give you an actual incentive to be like, whoa, 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 let's go back.
Anytime they're gonna be like, yo, instant death, I'm just gonna be like, oh, yo, unfair. Minus a point. These things are back from Starman stage.
Yep. say they're a little bit harder to deal with here, considering the layout of the room, but hey,
Well,
we're
check
in
this
the
out.
final levels of the game, so at this point, I think we're expected to have a little bit more difficulty in the level design.
The weapons in this game are tremendously good, so if you use Gyro, you'll take care of them, no problem. Yeah, as you can see, Gravity Hold works on a lot of things.
Yep,
I don't think
as
there's
long
anything...
as they're not invincible.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in-game that is immune to it except for bosses.
Yeah, the only thing with the Gravity Hold is, of course, there's a very finite supply of it. It runs out really fast.
Yeah, it does. Its big weakness is...
Like, I'd say 8 shots at most.
Yeah, it's the one in this game that you will run out on for sure. Everything else you'll probably get a good bit of use out of.
Yeah, but at least it's powerful, so it's worth the power.
The boss up here, I believe, is weak to Crystal Eye.
Yep.
Used it the first try on him. He has a shield, and he just walks at you again, which is lame as hell. But
Just like, what the fuck? It's like, is that really all that you had in mind for your war machine or something? Oh, I'll make a jogging robot.
it's really dumb. I gotta give it bad points as well. For being so
I'm
damn
sorry,
loud.
but these bosses suck. It's just my god.
Yeah, he reflects shots with his shield, I think. He doesn't seem to do it there, but I'm pretty sure he's supposed to. Yeah, if you're at the outer reaches of it, which is neat, that there's the physics on the bullets again, but that sucks. The idea is a reflect bot, and that's new, but it's bad again, so stupid. Here's where we're gonna get to the real meat and potatoes of badness. From here on out, this game's a big failure. It's over now. It's done. It's finished. Mega Man 5 has let me down as of this stage, right here. Impossible to defend this mess. Here we go.
No, is this all that bad? I
Yes.
kind of forgot.
it's the worst one in the game, I think. I hate it. Wily has bad stages too. I don't mind the start. The start's whatever. But we're getting up to it right here.
Yeah, but come on, you gotta know a 1-up for free here.
Yeah, I sure did. So we have these, and it's still not to the point where I don't like it.
Yeah.
These are alright. They're not gonna kill you. There's spikes on the wall, but you're not gonna get got by these. So we'll still give them a couple points of good work so far.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but you need to pretty much have no reflexes
I don't
in order
think
to
you
die
can,
to this.
I think you have to intentionally, like...
I mean, they disappear into the spikes,
That one
so
on the right.
they will kill you, but still.
Yeah, that one will. I just wanted to check. The top one won't.
Yeah, the top one, it's just gonna make you redo the room.
So we're coming up on this nonsense. Guy guarding jump, and it's just a waste of time. They're trying to push me into bits. There's not a great way to get rid of these dudes, and it stinks. I guess Buster followed by another shot is the way.
Yep.
So this section's bad. I don't like it. Hey.
Alright,
Hey.
wake up.
Ugh.
Okay, this guy, however, is bad. Oh, but he got a 1-up. Alright, no bad points. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
We can do it.
You're right.
No! Why?
Forcing me to use Rush Coil for no good reason. I feel like it's just silly. Like, why?
Yeah, it's like that's the 3rd stage in a row which just did that. I'm sorry that doesn't add anything to the level.
It's bad this time because we're starting to get to the point where I might actually have used all my Rush Coil and I'll have to go grind something to get past that, and that sucks.
Yep.
Speaking of that, here's this awful shit. I hate it.
Yep, welcome to the Super Mario World Snake.
Well, we're dead, so we have Rush Jet this time.
Yeah, or Super Arrow.
Yeah, that's what I always do here is Rush Jet. Because look at this mess. Imagine walking on the snake through here. It sucks. Gravity Hold would be great right now.
Yep. Or Power Stone.
I think it's 1 unfair, 2 bad. I don't like this mess. jumpy guy.
Yeah, I think this level loves its jumpy guys a whole bunch.
Too
This
much.
is where they start cropping up in families.
There's another shield blocking the path. There's another shield or 3. I'm gonna give that whole section a bad point. This dude is really bad. If you don't know his weakness is this, and even if you do, apparently, can't break through.
Yeah. Yeah, generally I just spam like napalm bombs here.
That'll work. They give you an E-tank there. I just don't like his placement. The E-tank is free.
Yeah, I guess that was like almost an apology for this room.
Well, this one's
Yep,
worse.
here we go, Return of Snake. But with these guys from Gyro Man who are also back.
I'm gonna use Power Stone.
It's not as if we'll use it for anything else.
Okay, that's the stage I hate. The last
I
section
don't know, I
was
still
bad.
think it's alright. It's not a great stage, but in
Just like-
terms of unfair crap, let's just say that the other 4 Mega Mans definitely have this level beat to a crisp.
Yep. You just like Snake Mario more than me. I just think it's boring. But this boss is the only one of the 3 Darkmen that's a fight at all. He jumps. He's weak to
Yeah,
gyro.
and even then he still has his dickish moments.
He does the rings that will freeze you if you get hit by them, and that's... He's the first one who does this and lets you dodge it. Like, it's not just a screen-wide bunch of shit, but
Yeah,
I feel like he's a
but
okay
you're still
fight.
but you're still gonna take damage if you get frozen.
Yeah, I mean, you
So
got
at
hit
this
by a
point,
bullet.
yeah, at this point it's just why not have them just do damage then?
Flare, I don't know. He's alright. I'm gonna give him a good fight point because he
Yeah.
is pretty just regular. He's almost a regular Robot Master fight.
And finally, he's weak against Gyro, which makes sense considering the whole, hey, I jump high in the air and I stay stationed in the air like a big lump.
Yep. You might figure out that he's weak to that just based on his movement. Again, just like Crystal Man.
But with that said, it's just, I don't like how all of these fights looks really samey. It just...
Yep.
They could have came up like with different looks for the robots at least. But they all look like they've been built from the same mold.
Yeah, because they did that, I'm actually going to take an originality point away for the first time. Down 1 on tripling the boss. This is boring. They're going to get that point right back here, though, because this is 2. I enjoy the stage gimmick here. It's really neat.
Yeah, short and sweet.
I wish it didn't have spikes in it, so they're going to get a bad mark for that. But I like this. If you don't destroy it, it just stops there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're worried about spikes, it's easy to shoot the blocks in such a way so that you don't even have to do a single jump.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this part deserves points.
Here's Flare for that. Bad whistle.
Yeah. Just like, what could be wrong here? Oh, that's it. I love the recoil backward. Oh, and the hell tank.
The big E-tank is all it is, actually. Okay, so now we have a combination walk-bot shield thing with the gun from the first one. This is actually a good fight. Keeps you on your toes. And the shield is in the way this time for once. It's not just blocking nothing. It's actually working as advertised.
Yeah, but that said, out of the four Darkman robot stages or boss fight, this is probably the only one I'd say I enjoy because compared to the others, I'd say this is the one that's like 100% fair.
Yeah, he's tough. If he's blocking the shot wrong. If he does jumps, you have a better time than if he's shooting at you. That's a tough pattern to dodge and shoot at him when he's doing. Pretty annoyingly effective, that shield. I'll give him good
But
point.
at least we managed to shoot just slightly above it. And yeah, Darkman is weak to beat.
Yep.
And I think against Power Stone.
I haven't shown beat off yet. I'll give you a good point for beat as well, because beat is just automatically attacking things on screen, and he does extra damage.
You've done well, Mega Man. I never expected you to defeat my Darkman robot. Until now, I have managed to frame Proto Man for my crimes. But now, the real Proto Man is just, my god, why did they make the text so slow?
Yep, pretty slow. Kids read slow, I guess is the idea. It's not a text based on me pressing buttons for some reason. So Proto Man can be framed because he just doesn't show up, I guess. He just isn't here. Wily.
Yeah, he just randomly appears. Like, that's his laziest appearance in all of the Mega Man games.
There is no good stage in Wily, though this fortress gets a point for Flare.
Yeah, I mean, is there a Wily Fortress that looks bad in this series?
Right out the gate,
Oh yeah,
unfair
maybe
point,
6.
because what we're gonna run into... Oh, well, good point for that. 2 tanks.
Yep.
At the start of Wily 1. Nice, thank you for the M tank. We'll have to use that right away. Just start off strong. Thanks for that.
Yeah, why not?
Going down the ladder. Here's your bad. This is terrible.
Yep. Yeah, shall you do the honors? It's like, let's go right.
Okay. Going right and immediately holding left.
Yep.
Still dead. Really stupid.
Yep.
Bad and unfair.
This deserves a shitload of point on the unfair garbage. I don't care it's at the beginning of the level. No, this is dumb. It's just, hey, fall off the platform right or die.
It's just, they got me again. Me.
Oh,
and I
again!
know, so
Hey!
here's your second unfair point. For the same set of jumps. Why don't you just not do that? How about that?
No, if you game over, you don't have to do the Proto Man stages again. You just restart at the current level of whichever fortress you're at.
And the screen doesn't scroll right here because it's
Yep.
busted. So I enjoy the catapult guy. I think that's the first time he's shown up, so he's cool. But a bad idea on the screen.
Nah,
scroll.
they appeared in Starman stage.
I don't think I gave him points then.
Yeah, I guess. I think we were just too busy talking about the insta-kill torpedoes that come from the ground.
So the score's looking a lot like I thought it would. Lots of flair in these last 2 games. Lots of new ideas that, and the old stuff's done poorly. Lots of bad, unfair stuff too. Unfair garbage. The ceiling being low here for no reason. It's stupid.
Yep.
I don't like it. I've never died there, but I still don't like it. It's dumb that it's there. And it will probably set you all the way back.
Oh, hey, another mandatory use of rush coil.
Yep, gotta
Always
keep on
fun.
complaining about these the more they show up. And there's more of those. They never quit. Here's some wheels.
Yep.
I don't have a problem with this obstacle, really. This is a little dangerous here. But it is, you know, post-game 2 at this point. Second castle. And the checkpoint is right here. So that's all fine. Here's Dustman's arena, copy-pasted.
Yeah, I said I'd say this one is worse in overall.
We cannot buster through multiple blocks, and if we are standing up here, we'll die, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Which is not the case, and so they made this worse. In a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's just the way that the Crusher worked in 4, they were a whole lot slower and more predictable. Here it's just like, they kind of come down much faster, so...
It's not original this time, and it's bad. It's just awful. Especially this end part.
Yep. Alright, let's make you shoot a whole bunch for no good reason. And let's give you a heart attack at the very end.
Climbing on up.
Also, that's very imaginative room design here. I kind of have to applaud them for these 2 staircases in a row.
Well, piss. We're back here.
I'd say they kind of ran out of steam for this one portion of the game. It's like there were some parts of inspired level design in Proto Man at part, but here it's just kind of boring.
Yeah. It sucks. It's all bad.
Like even the music itself is just like, I don't know. I'd say that's not really what I'd say an ominous music. Yeah, I'd say this is my problem with this game. It's a game in overall that plays alright and definitely show a bunch of polish, but it's, I'd say, a little on the bland side.
No slappers. Not enough. Not enough slappers.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's right. I think it's the first Mega Man game where the Robot Masters were just essentially, you know, ideas that were submitted by fans.
Tournament winners. Or whatever. I think so.
Yeah, I think 5 and 6 both did that.
This section is bad. I don't like it. Like, come on. Open up, you son of a bitch. Boss time. I do like the wily bosses, though. They're better than Proto Man's bosses. This guy kicks ass.
Yeah. That said, I feel this is a boss fight that will work a whole lot better, like, if this was like in an SNES game and you could switch weapons on the fly. Because this boss is weak against High, or Crystal High, but the problem is that if you use Crystal High in order to shoot the bottom pillars of the boss and then you attack the head, you're not gonna have enough ammo to win the fight.
This is Big Pets. The boss.
But at least this boss is pretty cool in terms of the overall design. Pretty clever.
Yep, I like him. The things he rains down are a little annoying. I wish they were a little bit less so, but I don't know how I would fix it. They're randomly placed, and sometimes they're just in the wrong place for you to be able to attack. They'll ruin the attack by themselves.
I guess if you shoot down the base of the boss at the right time, then it's okay to you'll be able to mitigate like this flaw, because then you can wait like for the big heads to not be in an area that will hinder you, and then you shoot them in the head.
Time for Wally 2!
Okay, the very least level 3 is going to be short if we're looking at the map here.
I wish. This jump here can go to hell.
Yeah, these jumps are a little too narrow for their own good.
This section here can go to hell as well. I do appreciate the M-Tank, as usual.
Yep.
Good point there. I think they've had enough good points for those, though. They're gonna I'll give them one more for the rest of them in the game. Just 2 or 3 more, and they're just really tactically placed.
Yeah. If anything, there's like only 2 levels left in the game, so they're gonna stop appearing soon.
Yeah. They give you one for the boss rush, and they give you another one in this stage, I think. Which is neat. That they want you to spam them sub-weapons that much. You can't miss them. You're gonna have one. Like that last one.
Yeah, just free. In Wily's Fortress, they just give you the M-Tanks for free. It's like, at least in Proto Man stage, you had to solve a puzzle in order to get the M-Tank, but here they're just giving it to you.
That section sucked. I marked it too unfair and bad. It was awful.
Yeah. Water and spikes are never good bedfellows. Oh, yeah, Multiply Myth is back.
He sure is. Good morning. Nothing interesting here. It's really boring.
Yeah.
And
Alright, it's time for the ultimate Wily Fortress. Alright, here's bats and mice.
they screwed up the camera scrolling again, and I'm marking it down for just being so bland. And here.
Yeah, just like, I'm not even sure why it happened. I'd say the last time it happened because we went from a vertical scrolling area to a horizontal one, but here there was just no excuse.
Really boring, dumb garbage here.
Yep.
You have to use Super Arrow or Jet again, and then this guy at the top, guarding the door, is dumb. Get out of the way.
Now, why is this guy green? Because Dr. Wily represents green, aka the color of evil. Yeah, Darkman's stage team got a point for music. That was the last slapper that we mark, and probably will be the last slapper in overall too.
This boss is stupid. He could have easily been good. Instead, I just want to mark him unfair almost, but not quite because he doesn't hit hard enough for that. But he is bad. I don't like this fight a single bit. He's weak to gyro, and that's not particularly easy to hit him with because it has to go in the wall, just like my Buster shots are. At least the hitbox on is very wide. He's double bad.
Yeah, not a great boss fight. Looks not very great. I mean, for a boss, it kind of looks stupid. It doesn't look like as novel or as fun as like the sliding base of Mega Man 4 ended up being. Just like, I don't know, I'm not getting this one. Yep. There we go, it's a short one.
Here's the M-Tanka gave them the final good point forwards here.
Yeah, because hey, that's definitely a M-Tank you'll want.
Yep. Filling you up for the boss fight so you can have the weaknesses for them.
Yep.
But she's beat. I already gave him a good point for beat because beat is fine. It's just auto attack. It's perfectly good at what it does. Let's use the weaknesses on these bosses. Nothing special about the refights.
Yeah, the only thing, however, that I kind of dislike with the boss refights here is, boy, they sure have spent a lot of effort onto making the refights look any different or anything. They just reuse the same battle arena than the bosses previously used.
On the upper side, we cannot miss our energy. We have to have it this time. So that's a good improvement.
Yep, good work. It's the first game of the series to do that, and it was a well-needed change.
We finally must acquire energy to leave the arena. His charge kick, it honestly it works pretty poorly on him because you're probably going to take hits. So I'm going to mark it down for that because it shouldn't be that way, but it is. Stun Man. Weak to napalm.
How do you blow up rocks?
It devastates him.
Yeah, just in case that you didn't think that the fight was insultingly easy enough. Yep, have a look at this. Just like, come on, you're not even trying, Stone Man.
Starman is weak to water, and it's
yeah,
interesting
weird weakness.
how weak he is to water. Water eats a star. Water destroys his barrier. So that's a good one.
The only problem, however, is that when the boss is in the air, then your weakness is totally useless.
Yep, you must wait. It's a strange but effective thing.
Yeah, just like, I don't know, to me the weakness just doesn't make sense.
This guy's weakness is gravity, and it's strange because if he's in the clouds, you can't hit him with it.
Yep.
So you gotta be patient. You also can't hit him while iframes are on, so you can't just mash the button. Patience is involved here. You have exactly as much as he has HP.
Yep, I mean, we've already shown this guy's weakness, but hey, for good measure, here it is again. Like, hey, use a weapon that you can guide up and down at will against this boss with very slow horizontal movement.
Did not use Crystal Eye here. If I miss, Crystal Eye becomes a pain in the ass here. Otherwise, it's just a big ass projectile. I'm gonna try to stay away from him, so I have to do the hard dodging. He's too close to me. That's his fault. Look off, Napalm Man. He wants to use it.
Yeah, he really wants to use his worst weapon.
Every bit of these broken crystals hits him for 3 damage. Just like the big ones. It's just I can't control the shots when they're bouncing, so that sucks. Save the worst for last.
Yep. Choo choo!
His rain is also random.
Yep.
So
There's no rhyme or reason to it. You just gotta not be here whenever it falls.
it's just a boss that's hard to dodge all over the place. He's just no good.
Like, I don't know, I just hate the way that he's constantly walking all over you and then he charges. I feel like, honestly, I would have just made him not walk at all. Maybe just only charge.
This fight's unfair because when he comes down to be shot, there's spikes there and the jump that you must make sometimes because he's... it screws up a
Yeah,
lot.
this is not clear at all because here he's not going down and everything, or okay, he's going down a little bit, but the thing is, the floor is going up to meet Dr. Wily.
Yeah, the way they did it lags the game. It makes the jump harder than... It should be the easiest jump in the world, but it's instant death and it's not because of that. And he takes forever. It sucks. So have some bad points, Wily. I don't think there's a better weakness here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he's weak to Star Crash, but don't quote me on that.
Let's find out. So triple bad on this boring ass boss.
Yeah, this boss is both long, boring, and really, really easy.
2 bads and 1 unfair. That's what I gave him.
Okay, I guess not.
I think I
okay,
missed.
Then corrected.
It's hard to tell. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I know what to do. Check this hot move out.
Oh.
Exactly.
Yep, I sure saw that move out, Smite. And I can say I'm very impressed. Okay.
I can't
Okay,
get
I
him.
guess, yeah, I guess I'm wrong. I don't remember where I read that, but it's wrong. Because, yeah, I remember
Oh my God.
against...
If this is really his weakness, it's impossible. No, it's his weakness. Oh boy, that sucks.
Oh my god! Fuck you, game.
So to hit him with that, you have to get him when he's coming down still. You have to preload the shot. Like this. Good luck. Good luck hitting this.
Yeah, this is stupid. Holy shit. Like, at this point, it's easier and quicker to use the Buster.
Definitely is.
But yeah, at this point, it was very predictable that he just ran away because, hey, we're not at the skull level yet.
Yeah.
And for this game's credit, the game doesn't actually fake you out and be like, oh, there's another level after that. No, the skull is the final level.
If we're going to take originality points away, because there's not much at all in the end game here that's original, I feel like now's the time to start doing that. Because I feel like this game does not deserve 80 in originality after cloning so much of 4. This last section sucks, so I am going to take 5 points away from it for that. Down to 76. That sounds better. Here's this thing, which we've also seen before. It's weak to Super Arrow.
Yep.
Which is interesting. You wouldn't think that that's the weakness, so that's neat. This boss itself, though, is stupid.
Yep. Alright, I shall use the powers of Dustman into my new giant machine of death. Oh, I didn't even knew that he shot missiles here.
That's a bad boss. It's not original either. Just bad. Here's a capsule fight that's alright. He's weak to Beat, which means that this is a free victory if I turn Beat on. Beat will just go kick his ass, even when he's out of range. I don't think anything else does great damage, but Gyro Attack does do damage if he's out of range.
Yeah, it hits him at the very least, but I think it's only 1 damage.
We'll try everything out. We'll hit him with Water Wave when he's down on the floor again.
I will laugh if water is his weakness.
Power Stone, for God knows why, bounces off the glass. That's silly. Gravity Hold won't do anything.
He's invulnerable to Power Stone.
You know what? This is a pretty good song.
Yeah, I mean, not the greatest final Wily song, but for Mega Man 5 standards, it's a good song.
I like this one enough to give it a slapper award. He's not going to get charge kicked. That's just not going to happen here. This fight is dumb. It's boring. It takes forever, and
yeah,
it's going to be a
just
free win.
3/4 of the time he's not even hittable, and for the most part, his attack is not even that difficult to dodge neither.
Yep, you can't lose here. You're going to have 5 E-Tanks probably just for free by now. That doesn't do great damage either. I have 7. Crystal Eye.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's also the only different boss team in the whole game.
Okay, so proven fact, only Beat and Buster really do great damage here.
Yeah, and Gyro can be okay if, you know, he's out of reach and you don't have Beat.
Beat can also preload where Wily's going to teleport in if he gets in attack mode sometimes, which makes it even easier to dodge. He hasn't done it yet. Surprisingly.
Yeah, I think he will mainly do it if Beat cannot get to Dr. Wily in time, like for an attack, but nah, he's still not doing anything.
Sometimes he just goes to where Wily's gonna be, and if he ever does that, then you know he's gonna do it now.
Yep, there we go.
And that's not intentional, I don't think, but it's a nice feature.
Yeah, that is whenever he thinks he has enough time to go for 2 attacks.
Charge Shot does 2 or 3 damage as well.
Yeah, that is if you can hit him with it.
Yep. So that's your final bad boss. I don't like that capsule fight. It's boring and easy and bad.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's inoffensive, but it's still kind of a lackluster final boss.
I'll give him 2 for this ending. It's pretty good. So there's our final scores, I think. Unless the music at the end is great. I don't remember.
Yep, there we go. Buff Mega Man. Yeah, 65 good ideas versus 51 bad ideas.
Pretty lame. That's a pretty lame score. The originality score is very high, though, and it has been for the last couple games.
Yeah, that's our final score.
Bad ideas is a little misleading. If I could fit the word implementation there, that's what it would be. It's whenever they do something wrong. Not necessarily an idea, concept being bad, but the installation of it is.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but the music of this game can definitely be played by a 3-man band.
Bad Job would fit what I'm thinking bad ideas is better than bad ideas. I might change it later. This music's not too bad.
Yeah, but not a slapper. Just like the main lead instrument kinda just lacks bite. And I'd say this kind of describes this game a whole lot. It misses some bite, and just like, call me masochist or whatever, or anything, but I still kind of like the older games because generally, like, they have some kind of neat opposition here, but It's just, I feel for Mega Man 5, the game will only be hard if I decide to make it hard for myself.
Yeah, that definitely adds to the blandness. It is easy. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's boring when it's too easy for the player.
Yeah, but I'd say the easy problem or everything is definitely gonna balloon really sky high whenever we'll go to 6. It's like, to me, 6 is kind of a sleeping pill.
6 has a centaur.
But then he just uses the same power than Brightman and the other robot that there was in Proto Man's Fortress. And also his level was Water Team for no good reason. Yep, 6 is the one with the armor. It's like, I'd say the armor is the only good part of 6. Apart from that, the rest is completely forgettable. But hey, that's gonna be the story for another day.
There's Pete.
Beat!
You cut off your echo too fast.
Nah, I did not cut it. I'm just gonna guess that Discord just cut off my microphone.
Yeah, it'll do that. Damn shame. Always Mega Man 5. What do you think of our score, folks? That seem accurate?
Yeah, to me that seems alright.
I speedrun this game, so I could do it in about 45 minutes. That's not a tremendously good speedrun time, but it is a time that somebody who knows the game pretty well can get, so I could have skipped a lot of that trash. There's a lot of things you can do with Super Arrow. Super Arrow really is the big seller here in this. The weapons are good.
Yeah, Super Arrow like is pretty much a speedrunner's dream come true.
Compared to 4 and 3, similar on originality, a little bit lower, because I took some points away because using the same idea a billion times gets stale. That's not originality or flair after a while. We have the water stage and the stone stage. This is the 5th time in a row. Like, come on, it's time to start mixing it up at this point, I think.
Yeah.
The Darkman bosses sucked. The Wily stages were boring. .65 is a pretty good score for good ideas, but 51 is an atrocious bad ideas score so far. That's one of the highest.
Yeah, what's our ratios like so far for the good and bad idea counter?
I've got that.
Like, is it the lowest that we've had so far?
Let me look. I've got the.
I mean, maybe 1 will be worse.
I've got that backed up here. 1 was low, because it was short. It was like 26 on originality, which seems low. It probably deserves a little bit more of a break than that, but when I rate this in my YouTube video, I'll scan over the whole game and final judge these scores I made, but 29 bad ideas and 28 unfair garbage in Mega Man 1. I just had less.
I mean, to be fair, that sounds about right for Mega Man 1.
And only 20-something good ideas, too. Like, it's just really short. Mega Man 2 had 52 bad ideas and 38 good ones. It had the worst score there, but it had less unfair garbage.
Okay.
That's what we said anyway when we went through it. So Mega Man 2, by 1 point, is losing the bad ideas game.
Yeah, but that said, I still like 2.
3
Even though I still think that the Boo Beam Trap boss or whatever it's called is the worst boss of all the series.
Yep. 3 has a pretty solid score all around. Like 30 points on good versus bad, and 4 is not too unsimilar from what we're looking at right here, actually. Very similar.
With that said, it has a pretty high unfair score.
Yeah, it looks like 4 and 5 are very similar on our scoreboard. Well, I'll see you later, folks. Thanks for joining me, Psych, and hosting.
welcome.
I'm gonna find somebody to go raid here. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night, everyone.